In 2020, the Deerfield Valley Art Association was on a roll, having booked several events for the spring and summer seasons. Then, like everything else in the world, they were stopped in their tracks because of the COVID-19 outbreak. One of their shows, billed as the Trashy Art and Science exhibit, which featured art made of upcycled, recycled, and repurposed materials, was the first to be put on hold until further notice. Connecting Point's Brian Sullivan met up with two of the artists whose work will be on display when the exhibit eventually reopens, and he brings us this story.
Northfield, Massachusetts. It's one of just two towns in Franklin County that rest on the New Hampshire border. It's also home to the Deerfield Valley Art Association's Center for the Arts, where if things were going according to plan, the center would be in the middle of its Trashy Art and Science exhibit. But just like nearly everything else in the world right now, the show, featuring art comprised of recycled, upcycled, and repurposed materials, which should have run through early May, has been put on hold.
We have to be careful of people touching things in here because the virus stays on items for up to 72 hours. And so we don't want people in here touching things. We have volunteers and clientele that are in the vulnerable age group. So for many, many reasons, and because we're sensitive to what the towns and the state and the country is doing to try to alleviate some of the exposure. For those reasons, we are shut down for now, but the exhibit will be available for viewing later on when possible.
A show like this is more than just an opportunity for the creators to put their work on display. It's a chance for them to make some money for their efforts as well. And unless they're being commissioned for their work, getting paid is also on hold. But even though it's a bit foggy right now, the future does offer a slight glimmer of hope.
The good news for the artists is that the exhibit will stay up until the gallery reopens. Bad news, nobody knows when that will be. So we thought we'd give the folks watching at home a little sneak preview by going off-site and visiting a couple of the artists in their workshops. Luckily, we found two who were willing to work with us during these uncertain times.
Two metal shops. Two neighborhoods only a little more than 2 miles apart. The metal workers themselves, though, are on two opposite ends of their career arcs. Archie Nahman is a retired machinist who started doing this as a way to make gifts for his children when they were young and money was tight. John Bander officially left the 9-to-5 world as recently as November of 2019 to be the full-time metal artist that he is now. And while each is meticulous and precise with every move they make during the process, the starting point is almost always a blank slate.
I'll usually just go into the workshop and look around and pick up pieces and kick stuff around and say, well, maybe these two pieces will go well and maybe I can do something with that. And I'll make the challenge difficult sometimes. And sometimes, like I said before, it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Most of the time when I start working, I'll just start digging through my piles of scrap, almost like Lego bins, looking for the piece, and then, like, oh, that would be a great, abdomen, or I could see a bird out of silverware, which I'm currently working on now. So sometimes I'll have an idea and I'll go and make it, or I'll just, kind of find the idea within the material.
What Bander lacks in career experience, he makes up for with the over 20 welding certifications that he accrued while at the Advanced Welding Institute in Burlington, Vermont. His company, Notorious Weld, is beginning to make a name for itself, and he's always on the lookout for more scrap metal that he can repurpose into unique works of art. Nahman, on the other hand, has accrued a lifetime's worth of scrap metal, but over the years, he's developed a following for his intricate candle holders, made mostly using his lathe, drill press, imagination, and lots of math. But the work itself is designed for a lone wolf type of mindset, so the current state of emergency hasn't really had a direct impact on their workflow. They're just looking forward to it being over.
Life hasn't changed as far as my working in the shop. I'm by myself, as you said. And I can spend as much time as I want out there. And people don't come in when I'm working. Very few people drop by. So life hasn't changed much. And the only thing that's really affecting my life is staying away from people.
It'd be great to return to normal life and maybe have a few improvements in that aspect and be able to, you know, focus on what's actually important.